This video will help guide you through the steps on how to install your Atmor Thermoboost tankless water heater. The Atmor Thermoboost is designed to provide you with continuous hot water only when you need it. Please be sure to follow each step thoroughly and carefully. It is important to read and understand the safety instructions of this manual before installing your unit. Be sure to shut off the electricity on the circuit breaker and close the water supply while performing the steps of this installation, unless instructed otherwise. If you have any questions or do not understand any part of this video, please contact us. The contents of the box should include the following: water heater unit, one pressure relief device, 4 1-inch mounting screws, and the owner's manual. Identify the tools needed for your install. Some basic tools necessary are pencil, tape measure, Phillips head screwdriver, adjustable wrench, needle nose pliers, and Teflon tape. Additional tools and materials may vary. The 10.5 kilowatt unit requires a 50 amp double pole dedicated breaker, and the 14 kilowatt unit requires a 70 amp double pole dedicated breaker. A 240 volt connection is needed for both units. Be sure to turn off your breakers at the panel prior to installing and connecting your unit. To open your unit and remove the cover, remove the screws located on each side using a Phillips head screwdriver. Important: when removing the cover, disconnect the cable connection from the PCB board to completely separate the cover from the base of the unit. Make sure the plastic PRD and connector that come with the unit are both screwed tightly to the inlet and outlet connections of the unit. Remember to place the pressure relief device on the inlet or blue side. Prep your unit with any plumbing fixture connections prior to mounting the unit to the wall. Remember that your unit requires 1/2 inch NPT connections and that these connections should be positioned to point down towards the ground. We recommend using Teflon tape or sealant to prevent leakage at any connection points. Plumbing materials needed may vary. The inlet cold water will be entering the unit through the blue connector, and the hot outlet water will exit the unit through the red connector. Mount your unit against the solid flat surface on your wall. Locate the 4 drill points on your unit's base. Make sure the unit is level prior to drilling and mounting it in place. Once you have done this, proceed with screwing in the screws and tightening to secure the unit in place against the wall. In this step, you will be checking for leakage throughout the unit. Open the valve on the inlet water side to check for any leaks. If none are present, then you may continue to the next step. You are now ready to make the electrical connection between the unit and the electrical panel. Let's make sure you have all the components necessary for your model unit. Make sure the required amount of amps are available on your breaker panel. The 10.5 kilowatt 240 volt unit requires a 50 amp double pole dedicated breaker, along with a 6/2 gauge cable with ground. The 6/2 gauge cable jacket must house 2 hot wires and a ground wire. No neutral necessary. The 14 kilowatt 240 volt unit requires a 70 amp double pole dedicated breaker along with a 4/2 gauge cable with ground. The 4/2 gauge cable jacket must house 2 hot wires and a ground wire. No neutral necessary. Always begin by wiring up the unit first before wiring breakers. Locate the terminal block on your unit, where you will see the connections for L1, ground, and L2. Place one of the hot wires from the cable jacket in L1 and the other in L2. The ground wire connects to the ground terminal in the middle. To connect your unit to the breaker panel, connect the L1 hot wire at the other end of your cable jacket to one terminal on your breaker and the L2 hot wire to the second terminal on the breaker. Connect the ground wire to grounding means on the panel. Double-check all electrical connections to make sure they are tight and secure. Also, confirm that the unit has been connected to a ground and that proper wires were used for each connection in accordance with applicable codes. Reconnect the PCB board cables and screw the cover back into place. Open the water valves on both the inlet and outlet connections. Open the hot water at a faucet within your home and allow water to run through the pipes for at least 2 to 3 minutes to purge the air from the hot water lines and your unit. This will also allow you to check for any leaks. Once all the installation steps have been completed, your water heater is ready to start working. Turn on the power, set the unit to your desired temperature, and enjoy longer hot showers. Thank you for watching this video and choosing Atmor. We hope you enjoy your new water heater.